Hi, Kevin from the Awareness website here again. And we've got a couple more things to talk about on this edition of Classroom Classics. It's tough getting back into the swing of things, so we're going to talk about what you can do to do that. And we're also going to talk a little bit about how you can practice to remember the set and everything. So hang on there, we'll be right back. One of the things I like to do coming back from a holiday where there's been a break, people maybe kind of dropped off on their practice and everything, is to have everybody, instead of working on new moves and all that, is just to work on the sequence repetitively, so over and over. So over the course of an hour class, you can maybe do 3 or 4 sets, depending on where you're up to, but it really helps get you back into the swing. It helps you get back into your body remembering all those moves, and just to get more comfortable, more familiar with it before you move on to the next thing. And that brings us up to the next thing. We've got a lot of comments that have come through, and people asking, well, do we have any tips on how to remember the set, and how do you remember all those moves? And you got to remember that there's lots of repetition in there. But remembering the sequence is a little tricky, and I tell people, give yourself at least a year before you can comfortably remember the whole thing. But during that time, a few things you can do is just lots of repetition. That's the best thing. Get together with some of your classmates or whatever, but lots and lots of repetition. That's the best. We did a thing one time between Calgary and Edmonton clubs. And we had this competition where we would see who could do 3 sets a day for 30 days. And this was in the middle of winter, so for myself, I didn't have a lot of room to practice. So I'm out in knee-deep snow doing a set, sometimes at midnight, trying to get my 3rd set in. And that really, really helped to get the continuity of the sequence, because you're not depending on your landmarks or people around you. So you're depending on yourself to remember it. So it kind of gives you a real incentive to do that. So you might want to try that. Set 30 days aside. Do 3 sets a day for 30 days. And sets in class don't count. So this has to be outside of class. And let us know how you do in 30 days. We want to hear from how many of you have been able to do 3 sets a day for 30 days consecutively. And you'll be amazed at how that helps your Tai Chi progress. And one of the things that I remember Mr. Moy talking about at a workshop is you've got to learn the form, first off. Then you have to remember it to some degree, and you have to practice the form diligently, and then eventually you have to forget the form, which is kind of interesting. So that's it for this week's Classroom Classics. So remember, check out our website. Like us on Facebook, and subscribe to us on our YouTube channel so you can stay up to date on all the new stuff that comes out. So that's it for now. Take care. Bye.